Hello friends, in this video we are going to learn some passive component like resistor, capacitor, inductor, their application, color code, symbol and definitions. So let's start with the resistor. So resistor is an electronic component that opposes the flow of current or limits the flow of current. The resistance unit is ohm. This is a symbol of a resistor and this is actually resistor look like physically. Now this picture gives you an idea about how the resistance is work. This is ohm, this is ampere, this is volt. Next one is a color code of resistor. So this is a chart where we can find the color code of resistor. This chart you should keep in mind. Let's start with the color code of resistor. The very first band and second band, band A and band B, value always as it is. Band C, that is third band, is always 10 to the power, and last band is plus minus some tolerance. So the value of this resistor is band A, that is brown is 1 as it is, band B red is 2 as it is, into band 3, that is brown, is 10 raised to power 1 plus minus band for gold is a 5%. So it's become a 120 ohm. Always keep in mind the unit of a value of resistance is a ohm. Then this is a second example where the brown, black, red, gold color register here. So brown is again for 1, black is 0, into 10 raised to power 2, that is called as 100, equals to 1000 ohm. The unit is ohm. Then afterward you can convert it into the either form, that is a 1 kilo ohm plus minus 5%. Next one is a capacitor. So the capacitor is an electronic component that store the electrical energy in form of electrical field. They measured in a farad and denoted by capital F. These are the various symbols of the capacitor, and these are the various types of the capacitor like a super capacitor, polyester capacitor, then silver mica capacitor, ceramic capacitor, film capacitor, etc. So finding the values of capacitor, before these kinds of a ceramic capacitor we had the color codes of capacitor too as like a resistor, but now in a modern electronics era it's look like these kinds of values. So 103, that is again 1 is as it is, 0 is as it is, the third number is always a multiplier of a 10 power, so into 10 raised to 3. Always keep in mind when you find the value of capacitor here, so it's always a picofarad. The unit is always a picofarad, while the resistance is a simply ohm. So the capacitor value is always a picofarad. So it will become 1000 picofarad, and then 1000 picofarad, while we are cancelling this 0, it become a 10 nanofarad. Again we can have the second example, that is a 2 should be as it is, again 2 should be as it is, into 10 raised to power 4. So it will become a 22 into 10 raised to 4 picofarad. That is mean by 22 having 4 zeros picofarad, and when we cancel these zeros, so it will become 220 nanofarad. But always keep in mind the value of capacitor is always in picofarad when you finding the values of these ceramic type of capacitor. Next one is an inductor. So the inductor is again electronic component that store the energy in form of magnetic field, while the capacitor storing the energy in electric field. So inductor is storing the energy in a magnetic field. So its unit is a Henry. Then store the magnetic field, oppose the sudden change in a current, filter signal, etc. This is a symbol of inductors like a wire wounded, and these are the some types of inductor. Let's you can have here is again inductor looks like a resistor. So we having color code for inductor also same like a resistor. If you see this is a inductor, so we can say it is inductor. If you can say this is resistor, we can say resistor. Physically the inductor is in a smaller than resistors. Okay, so the band A, B, C, D, again first second band as it is, third is a multiplier of 10, and fourth is a plus minus percentage. So the inductor value is always in a micro Henry. okay, where the resistance is always ohm, capacitor is always picofarad, and inductor is always in a microhenry. So 1 as it is, 2 as it is, into 10 power 1 plus minus 5%, it is become 120 microhenry. So note the value of inductor always in microhenry. After that it can convert into another form of unit. So this all about today's session, where we find the values of capacitor, inductor, resistor by using color code, their symbol, their application and definition. In the upcoming session, we will see the semiconductor devices and we'll start with the diode. Thanks. Thank you. Please do subscribe and share.